What is up, guys? My name is Chaotic Psycho, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I know the last episode ended kinda but that was because I had to go do something and had to cut it short before doing an outro. Kinda similar to what I did in it was the first episode when I did that. But I did save from where, but I couldn't save during that poem thing that I forget which one had the poem, but anyway. Wait. Okay. This is where I am. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. I don't even know what it was about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more usual hobbies. If it's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people will make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Chaotic? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little more than that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individuality. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be rating a little bit now, ranting, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Oh yeah, Natsuki is the only one that I haven't talked to yet. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once.
Aren't you supposed to be bad at this?
Is that a compliment?
No, I mean, you know.
Natsuki struggles to find the words she wants.
I just expect a lot less after what you showed me yesterday. That's all.
Well, I guess I just got lucky with this one.
Yeah, exactly. You just got lucky, you know? Don't get used to it. You won't always manage to write poems this cute. I mean, well written. No, I mean...
Ah, so that's how it is. My poem is cute?
No, why are you smiling? It's not like I like cute things.
Natsuki shoves my poem back towards me.
Huh. Reading it again, I decided that it's not so great after all. It's too cute and doki doki.
Is that Japanese for something? Hold on. Oh. Doki Doki is a term for the sound of a beating heart in Japanese sound symbolism. Just play the big, the more you know. No. You know what? No. You know what I mean.
It would only impress, girls who like those kinds of things.
For some reason, Natsuki is incredibly easy to see through.
Well, anyway, you're gonna read mine now, right? Judging by your taste, you'll probably like it a lot. You'll probably learn something too. Don't forget who the real pro is.
Amy likes spiders, like the one from Sonic. You know what I heard about You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. That's what she said.
Yesterday's was way too short.
Well, that literally is what she said, so. I hate myself.
I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that it was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? It makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Like me. Nah, I was about to do rip headphones, but nah. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yeah. She's afraid her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything.
Natsuki has trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. By the way, hey, you put it sounds like she's learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing?
Monica?
Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose each of us are going to choose. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something. It's louder in my left ear for some reason. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys.
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago? It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we have to give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start at the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we're able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And if it's those reasons that we're all in this club today, don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to make them make them find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know we can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monaco have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but
it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright.
Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around and everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
I'm thinking back to earlier when I looked up what Doki Doki means. That it means beating heart. And I don't know. Again, no one spoil it. Empty Bucket, I know it sounded like you tried to spoil it, but I'm gonna say that you didn't. So just stop talking about what's ahead in the game.
No way.
Monica, this is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone. I feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next?
Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing in the words to life. Is this someone she's done with? That sounded so bad. I apologize. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. How do you glance around yourself? What, do you look at your arm, you look at your other arm, you look at your legs, you look at her no square? Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sori looks amazed. Oh wait, glance around yourself means you look around. You can't see what I'm doing because I don't show my face, but imagine like me spinning my finger like in a circle. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. 4 of us applaud. Hold on. Hey Siri. Applauding noises.
Okay, I found this on the web for applauding noises.
Yes, I do have my Siri as Australian, in case y'all heard that. There, you got your applause. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab some. Stupid thing. Okay, I need to stop, like, going away while I'm recording and still going. This isn't a live stream. Oh. Okay. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next.
What?
Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Doesn't crimson mean blood? I think it means blood. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. I was about to say podium. Yes, my mic does have metal on it, in case y'all heard it. Same thing with my Australian Siri, even though I'm not Australian. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? Probably because she saw me playing CSGO earlier for the first time. Which, about if y'all want to see CSGO, let me know. That rhymed. Anyway, back to the game. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's like, hey guys, today we're gonna go play some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's like in that one, it's like this one story that I ended up hearing on YouTube once. It's like, I am a 100-pound woman. Like that deep of a voice saying that they're a 100-pound woman. Oh my god. I forget that video though. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transforms into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Y'all already know. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was so good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. Natsuki comes in. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. That's what she said. Boom. How you guys do it so easily? Well, I can barely read a basic sentence, so... Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I told y'all, I don't know word. I don't word. I don't word. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheerily like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. Oh, that said something else. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to read more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. No, I'm not going to do it again. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Chaotic liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Chaotic. It's not like I can compare you to you guys anyway. Might as well let Chaotic lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes. Oh god. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Really, I don't even get to read my own? Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less than about your abilities and more of your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time. Okay, true story. Whenever I write an essay for English class, for some reason in my head I always make it sound like it's a drama, like the way I say it in my head compared to how I say it out loud. Well, I mean, I don't share my essays with my class because I'm in middle school, and that's stupid. Because we all know the kind of things that happen in school especially for a guy, when they go to stand up and do the thing, and little boy is big boy, if you know what I mean. Sorry to all my female and Yamaha 2009 motorbike, Ford F-150, bag of Aldi's brand Doritos, whatever you identify as. I apologize if you identify as anything but male. Guys, I don't apologize. Just trust me, we've all done it. I haven't. Okay, so almost all of us have done it. That came out bad. Okay, back to the game. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
I pressed the jump button. It didn't do anything. Spacebar is jump by default. PC gamers should know that. Because trust me, I've become a PC gamer ever since my PlayStation broke back in February. Which is really what happened and why I took a break for so long. Was because my PlayStation broke and I had nothing that I could do. And I was able to record on this PC. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she starts a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. I just sounded like a certain YouTuber that I'm not going to say the name of because I don't want to get in trouble. Because, copyrights. And also, I saw that there's a copyright claim on my Watch Dogs video, all because I forgot to turn the music off. again, that's staying there. I don't know if I talked about it before. I don't know. Anyway, the words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier.
I can put on whatever face I want to other people.
But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick up a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll need to be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Can you just stop doing that? There are no simps allowed in this chat. Music changed. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. So I'm marking up really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait.
I can do this. I can do this. Alright. Stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. I'd much rather go with Natsuki. I like her. Not like that. No. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Lucky you. You two. Always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make it such a big deal about it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Chaotic, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I want to call Sayori once more. Okay, so, every time when I see this, which this is only like the third time, reminds me of when, like, me and my sister would walk home from school. Well, it was only like, yeah, it was only at the end of 7th grade. It was like May of my 7th grade year. Sheesh, time flies. And now I technically only have a month left of 8th grade. Yes, I'm in 8th grade. 7th grade was last year for me. Shut up. Empty Bucket knows, and another person who I know in real life knows as well. Mainly because we all know each other in real life. Still. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is a little bit quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, I would walk home with her. Well, it depends on who lives the closest. Like, okay, so throughout like half of my 8th grade year, which is this year, I used to walk home, and then I moved too far away, and now I can't walk to and from school anymore. But I had this friend that I used to walk about halfway through. Like, okay, so basically, like, at a few moments after school would end, we'd just walk and talk about like games that are coming out, like Borderlands. Like, we used to talk about Borderlands 3. He would talk about Red Dead 2 because he had that. He had like, I think he said that he had Dead Space on PC. I'm not sure, but he lived closer to the school than I did, so like it's like we'd end up getting to the crossing, to like the crosswalk to near his house or apartment, I guess, and we'd talk like right on the final crosswalk, because it's like you go through a crosswalk to get across the street, and then you go through another crosswalk to because you can't walk in the middle of the road, duh. But it just reminded me of that, and I haven't seen that friend since like November. Well, actually, I haven't seen any of my IRL friends since like early March. Anyway, walking home without Suki, huh? Well, why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even a point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off, and I left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for her trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. So I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh great, another poem thing. Milk. I don't even know what that means. Suicide. Games. And oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't all for you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help help out for the festival too.
I can't wait for the festival. It's going to be great.
Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki?
Well, yeah,
I'm not talking about our part of the festival.
but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
You sound kind of a bit like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monica, do they usually have fried squid?
That's called calamari for anyone who calls it fried squid. Mark, here in America it's called calamari, and it's delicious. Well, it depends on what makes it. I just remember having I think it was Red Lobster calamari once. It was good. Yeah, because they sell seafood. I mean, they're called Red Lobster. Red Lobster seafood.
Squid?
That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to.
Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people?
I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people?
Because it's right in your name. Monica.
That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation.
Never mind.
Hold on. She said Monica. I type in Ika, it brings up some sort of German world-leading thing. German technology, I guess. Something Germany. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay?
Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun and as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway.
Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. With my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again?
Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh? Is everything alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
A big smile.
I think that was Barney, I don't know.
A big smile.
It's either Barney or Patrick coming out again. Because I can do a Patrick voice.
It's a giraffe.
Kind of, anyway. I keep getting sidetracked. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation had already dispersed, with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Chaotic, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? Is that what you mean? Well, maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised that I'm not the one asking you, Chaotic. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bother her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just want to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she has had a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe she might have the thing on her mind is you, Chaotic. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Saori talks about how you more than anything else, you know? She'd be so much happier. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Saori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. Not anything different. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Chaotic. Have you thought that maybe you've always been, and you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so I'll try not to think about it for now. Alright then. Monica smiles meaningly. I know she said forget about it, but I already know I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up in front of her desk and walks across the room to where Saori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Saori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit down myself. Why am I yawning all of a sudden? It's not even 11 o'clock at night. I know Saori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica.
Hey, you.
Eh? I look up to see Natsuki next to me.
Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so...
Sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything.
It's not like I'm worried. I was just...
Natsuki glanced down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer.
Jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, you just tell me to leave you alone and I will.
Assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I'm just thinking about Saori, that's all.
Saori? Thinking about her?
Yeah, she seems pretty down today. But she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. She liked me. Guys, she likes me. Who? A girl in a video game. Boy, if you don't get your... Anyway. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. In that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right?
Well, I guess that's true.
I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important.
Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes.
Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious.
Yeah, I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hand. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so...
I was not.
Geez, if you're fine, then let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out the club room, and we're gonna do the poem thing again. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same, blah blah blah. I wonder what she was talking about with Sailor. Let's go bottom to top. Hi, Chaotic. Have you thought about what you want to submit head to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's look at today's poem. Oh, sure. I let Monica take my poem I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good. Makes you think of Sayori, like the other people that you... You two are like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a hit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old tales of a lady who wanders earth. I probably shouldn't. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose. That's what... And all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, high victim of this earth, of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend that is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering hang in the what does that say? The twilit sky? Until one day the wind causes me, the wind ceases to blow. I fall and fall and fall and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dried something expressionless. A dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes to find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds with a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And what a breath, and with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning, hanging and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophy, or anything, that word. but it was kind of on my mind, so I thought that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. Anyway, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we all had the answers, would the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional. Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to show your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? You need Raid Shadow Legends. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of telling you what your writing is good, or okay, or bad, I want you to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well done, Kayla. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this. It's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first. But now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. But it's a way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. Bro, we already know that you a simp. This is a simp-free zone. But it's been fun getting to know everyone in their writing, and I guess I'm doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Chaotic? Oh, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're good at writing or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe that nothing is more important. What's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing, and I have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Why is it like that? For me, I swear her hand was just moving. My eyes must be screwing with me. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What? What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Yeah, I told y'all I can't read cursive. So, y'all can pause here. You can pause here. Alright, there y'all go. I'm aware that the beach is kind of sort of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways, so Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks, Sharon. Alright.
This one's alright.
Alright.
Well, yeah. It doesn't blow me away, but there's nothing I really hate about it. It's just not really my style. I mean, it's fine. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you have to be friends, if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has been a type of all. Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That's a little unnecessary, but I think of it hit this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
I'll be your beach. That is so close to sounding like something else. Your mind is so full of trouble and fears that diminished your wonder over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore, reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought it had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash away your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're so wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought it had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt like that I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for her once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write about anything negative about the beach.
Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Well, that's... Jeez. She better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. You can really see her doing that, too. Making us write about how a simple topic, and they're trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being some kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with him doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice. I don't get to say any more about it? Okay. This is your best one so far. It's really nice, Chaotic. Thanks. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Chaotic. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you had tried writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most? Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you, Sayori. No, Chaotic. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you have fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori, he glance around the room to make sure no one has noticed this. Sayori, I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself to put on a smile. It's nothing, Chaotic. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just a smile from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe? Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? Thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. Actually, she wasn't feeling too well and went home early. That's so. I hope she's alright. Seriously. Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Huh? That's that curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Come on, calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling, hanging all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. As for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now, Natsuki's pouting, too. Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set up the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focus and starts nodding herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Chaotic. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri both have pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way if you give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really appreciate that. That's... Monica suggesting that I spend this weekend with my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I can recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Chaotic may not like to be around you, and if you only make him feel like a nuisance. So therefore, you may be soon to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Chaotic too. What are you saying? Extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? How do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Chaotic to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said...
I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though.
Jeez.
Can you just settle this already? Yeah, Chaotic, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Let's see. Not good at... I'm trying to improve my drawing. I don't like writing. I like baking a lot more. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people.
Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree.
Just a minute ago, you were saying that...
That's because... Never mind, okay?
Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course. I'm used to it after all. That's good. Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard to not feel bad. So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? I was doing the wrong voice.
Yes. Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome.
I don't think that really counts. What about you? What about you, Chaotic?
Me?
I guess I could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. Natsuki starts pouting too.
It's not that big of a deal or anything.
Well, it might not just be that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do and then nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression. Look, Natsuki goes over and over and puts her hand down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too. But you're going to make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way that people feel during the performances. So, you'll need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki realizes her hands turn around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand.
Natsuki was just trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps with everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best, and all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out.
Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so
Fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up the things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other.
Where are you going?
Eh?
We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me.
Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind.
Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay?
It's 555-4774-83. Screw you.
Better not make it weird or anything.
Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me your number.
Okay, I'm coming over Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients.
Wait, you're coming to my house?
Well, yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house.
Yeah, right. I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me.
Really?
That's kind of strict, if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just needed to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over.
Alright, fine by me.
Yeah, I'm really going to show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it.
Oh? Didn't you say that you were just going to give me the dirty work?
Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this.
Wait, really?
Well, kind of. Just because I never had to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so...
Alright, I get it. So, sorry for Okay, by the way, I realize that this is going on for over an hour. And screw y'all, I'm gonna be recording a lot longer. So it's probably gonna go almost to 2 hours this time. And then we're probably going to keep going that long for the rest of the series. Because, I mean, episode 1 was like 30 something minutes. Episode 2 was 40 something minutes. Episode 3 was 50 minutes. So now this time we're going over an hour. Now that I know I can record longer than an hour. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading home now. See you on Sunday.
Never mind.
I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. I don't really have that much anxiety. Well, sometimes, but not all the time. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell, but until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. 2 days later. It's already Sunday. I'm getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. When we sent each other her one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different person. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a lot from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me. I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Chaotic. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I always recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, I wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly want to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sorry, he had already left by the time we decided in that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stands in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. This music kind of reminds me of you know that scene in Undertale where like you and the monster kid are walking right in front of the castle with the umbrella? You guys remember? You know that scene? Well, not really a scene, but that part of the game. Anyway, anyone who's Azriel, I know that you know what I'm talking about, because, you know, that's your name. Well, did he say whatever. Anyway, let's get back to this. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something is wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Chaotic. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, and you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. Oh, you wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Chaotic. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Chaotic? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. I'm not even going to say anything funny about that. Depression is a big deal. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm gonna keep that private. But because I have this friend that like usually in the mornings we play Smash Bros, but there was this one morning when he came. This was a while back. I think it was like in January. He just looked at the table and like I think he even put his head in his arms. And we couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. We thought that something must have happened the day before. I don't even remember what day that was. Either that was January or December. I can't remember. But and as far as I'm concerned, nothing's bad happened to him. He's been at school almost every day that he can be. And last time I saw him was when school let out before quarantine started, which conveniently was on my last day of spring break. Funny how that turned out. So technically I'm still on spring break. The longest spring break. But anyway, we all have those moments where we just can't find a reason to get out of bed. And we all have those times where we just feel depressed. We all do. Sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes you guys may feel like that. I believe my mom and my dad sometimes feel like that. And even if they don't show it, most likely they feel it. So if they sound like they're depressed, don't try to make fun of like the reason. Like maybe it's because like a relative died. Don't make fun of that. Like that stuff can be a big deal. And upsetting someone who feels like they've lost everything can have negative consequences, like them feeling like they're worthless in this world, or wanting to commit suicide and end it all. Just remember that you matter, they matter, we all matter. Whether you're a boy, a girl, a Monster Energy can, whatever you identify as, you matter. You matter. Wow, that actually kind of got serious for a moment. I'm not editing that out. Okay, let's get back into the game. It's just that the way she says things and the music, it kind of sparked that up, you know. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why to eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy in caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what I feel like. That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Chaotic. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get close with everyone else in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. That I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I'll do. No, Chaotic. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if something could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. Now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. And because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her close into a tight embrace. Chaotic, Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Chaotic. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Chaotic. Saori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'd get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings chaotic. The only time I'm feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. Festival's tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like it for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wiped her eyes. If I could spend a whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. Oh, negatively. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry about it too much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. I actually started the friggin' tear up there. It's just the way the conversation was going and the music and what I said earlier about the whole like depression thing. After saying that stuff, that can really get to you. And I'm very sensitive. Like sometimes I'll cry at like the most little things. Like you know, usually when a character you know dies in something, sometimes I don't cry at that, but like, you know that scene in COD World War II, like the final mission, where like your guy tears up that paper in front of friggin' what's his face? I respect that. No, let's keep going. We'll keep going until we hit 2 hours. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Okay, the music's back to normal. God, what a depressing tone that was. I just need a minute. Okay. Okay, I guess I spent a bit too long. But okay. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside in front of the door. Without delay, I open the door to let her in. Oh, that's a cute shirt. And also, looking at a girl's shirt to like read the text, that shouldn't be classified as staring because you're trying to read what's on their shirt. But if it takes longer than 5 seconds, no, if it's longer than 5 seconds, then that's one thing. But like if you seriously can't read like all I want for Christmas is a nap, like this one shirt that my sister has, which says that word for word. If it takes you longer than 5 seconds to read that, or to look at the design on their shirt, then just stop. Like, just don't make it awkward. I'm not saying that, like, you're stupid if you do it, but it just make it awkward, okay? I'm just saying.
What's that?
Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison.
Jeez, don't make you feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in.
I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way and find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good. Glad I can count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen.
What? You're not even gonna offer her to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, chaotic?
Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grabbed the bag Natsuki holds out in front of me.
This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed?
I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you.
That's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk.
Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Why does this sound so familiar to something? Okay, because even though I'm not even in high school yet, I'm pretty tall for my age. Like, I think I'm 5'9", and I'm in the 8th grade. Well, I do know this kid who's like over 6 feet tall and is in the 8th grade, so yeah. But there's this girl that I knew who is a lot shorter than me, and you know, just like my character and Natsuki here being all like friends and stuff, like I just nudging each other. That sounded a lot louder than what it was supposed to be. That reminds me of, you know, before what the hell is going on right now. So where was I going with this exactly? That just I swear. Anyway. Hey. Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much?
Yeah. It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't you think? Hey, don't you think? Hey, don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school? Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you speak. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri, he doesn't mean that you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face then turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. You know what, let's keep going. I keep wasting time doing that, but I just like talking, you know? Which is one of the reasons why I decided to make this a full-on series. Okay, so originally I was gonna do Undertale, but then I realized that I'd have to play that twice, and I didn't want to do that. Then there was Borderlands 3, and usually whenever I play that game, I'm not talking. Like, okay, so I was supposed to upload a video as my returning video, like the one where I actually talked and stuff, but I didn't upload it because I didn't talk as much as I wanted to. Because, like, you know, if you guys have seen that Broken Hearts Day review, that Valentine's Day event for Borderlands 3, I talked a lot in that video, but that was only like a 5-minute video, whereas the video that I recorded like barely a week ago was at least 30 minutes long, and I didn't talk a whole lot in it. Like, maybe at the beginning, maybe talking about what I was running with, and then at the end, and then my outro. But yeah, I didn't really talk a lot. Which is why I don't really like to record series for games like that, because I like talking to you guys. Because I express myself to you guys so y'all can know a bit more about me. And I'm not talking about like things on like a really personal level, like mental health issues that I may have, I don't know. Where was this going exactly? Anyway, let's move on. Gross. Hey. Well, was that to me? Well,
Man, let's just get started already.
you get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Chaotic.
Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it in several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki's babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Chaotic, where did you put the food coloring? The batter is going in the oven soon. I'll need to fill the trays. I think it's on the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? Color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. That's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me?
I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun.
I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is about following instructions. The presentation is where you had to be creative and have the most fun. But I just skip to the end like that. It's a million times more worth it in the end, and just looking at it makes everyone's eyes heighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monica delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We're using an electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing is still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah, I'm just taking a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing is already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, eh?
Are you forgetting who did all the work? I started to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. Push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I try to scoop some of my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah. The force of Natsuki pulling me, he causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross. You got it in my face.
Whose fault is that?
There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off her face before shoving her finger in my own face.
You wish.
I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine. Sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do me... Why did I say that? I knew that me reading it wrong was gonna end up leading to that. To something sounding inappropriate. I just hope this game doesn't show any nudity. Because if this shows nudity, then it'd probably take a while for the next episodes. But whatever. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so?
In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What?
Why with this game and the sexual innuendos?
Or the sexual tones. Not innuendos. Innuendos are basically jokes. Like the bananas and cucumbers. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me.
Her face is entirely red. Chaotic, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls, unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that. How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki glances at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Breaths, not breasts. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Something burning? Thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough, cough. Big sick, copyrighted Chaotic Psycho 2020.
No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that?
You should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake tray into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing, like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled from the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Like how cute they all look.
She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy.
Okay, look. One of the reasons I went with Natsuki earlier is because I like baking as well. Well, I just like cooking in general.
This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick up the nozzle that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That one's really thin. You can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever.
Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually.
Eh?
Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make a little more literature theme by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on a word they like.
I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Maybe I'm getting it from